Take a moment to imagine a rogue drone quickly flying towards a stadium hosting a large event gathering. What options do security personnel have in this situation? For years, most options pose significant trade-offs. Common soft kill options, such as radio frequency jamming, risks jamming friendly communications, such as air traffic control, while kinetic strikes can risk raining down dangerous debris onto the large crowd. Fortunately for security personnel, the new counter-UAS playbook offers far more precise and ingenuitive solutions. Before we dive into these next-gen deployments and the AI that powers these techniques, if you're interested in cutting-edge defense tech, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to publish content like this. So as I mentioned before, when considering non-kinetic options, the most common practice is to use radio frequency jamming. This involves sending indiscriminate radio frequency interference to the drone's command channel. While this will successfully overwhelm the drone, it risks sending the drone into an immediate landing either through gravity or via the drone's fail-safe protocol, risking collateral damage to any onlookers below. Instead, the world's top defense systems employ protocol manipulation, also called cyber over RF. Rather than blocking the drone signal, this involves creating a digital link that can reverse engineer the drone's communication language. It then moves on to injecting legitimate looking control packets to the drone, essentially tricking it to follow an alternate set of commands. This allows the operator to execute a controlled takeover, seize command mid-flight, and safely guide the threat to a designated safe landing zone. This not only navigates the drone out of harm's way, it also turns the drone into a forensic asset for future analysis. Protocol manipulation is the now and future of urban airspace security. It will help cities secure critical infrastructure and large areas of gathering, such as power plants, airports, and concert halls. And there are plenty of incredible startups that are working tirelessly to make this option the default for counter-UAS across the globe. The decisive advantage of cyber over RF is the ability to be precise without much compromise. To understand it better, think of a drone's command link as a digital conversation governed by a protocol that is comprised of formatting methods and headers. Traditional jamming tries to interfere with that conversation and trigger a fail-safe mode, which can involve a return to home flight or an emergency landing, both of which pose risks to operators. Instead, protocol manipulation exploits weaknesses in the drone's firmware and injects new legitimate commands to the drone using the drone's specific language in order to override the rogue pilot. This then turns the system into the drone's authorized pilot, executing and achieving a controlled takeover capability. This entire process is non-jamming, non-kinetic, and guarantees operational continuity. This adds to a central theme in modern defense, which emphasizes minimizing disruption and maximizing control. One defense startup, D-Fend Solutions, and their flagship product, Enforce Air, is commercial proof that this technology works in the highest risk environments. In December of 2021, D-Fend Solutions safeguarded over 60,000 people when it was deployed to protect the airspace during the Pope's visit and Holy Mass in Slovakia. Critically, D-Fend Solutions detected a do-it-yourself drone and used RF cyber takeover to take control of that drone and send it back to its takeoff position. Here we can see that the threat was neutralized and the crowd was not put at risk, even during the takeover. Furthermore, the US Army specifically deployed the Enforce Air 2 counter-drone system during a combined resolve shared military exercise in Germany. This showcased the military capabilities of RF cyber takeover. This system is also deployed in major international airports globally. In this setting, this tech becomes extremely impactful because differentiating between a rogue drone and a friendly drone becomes mission critical. Key founders at D-Fend Solutions include Yaniv Ben-Benisti and Asaf Monza. Both are alumni of prestigious IDF units, such as the 8200 unit, which is the equivalent of the NSA, and the Talpiot program. Their expertise lies in vulnerability assessment, signal intelligence, and surgical manipulation. With a background like this, it's clear to see why their company focuses on information warfare rather than hardware destruction. If D-Fend validated the capabilities of this tech, another startup, Sentrycs, is using intelligence to prove its longevity. The biggest threat to protocol manipulation is the evolving protocols of custom drones. If you can't recognize the language, you cannot complete the takeover, or at least that used to be the case. The strategic value of Sentrycs, which was acquired by Ondas Holdings in November of 2025, centers around its adaptive AI layer. Ondas publicly emphasized that the acquisition of Sentrycs adds a critical layer of intelligence and early warning to their ecosystem. At the core of this intelligence is Sentrycs' key innovation, the Horizon engine. This engine uses artificial intelligence to analyze the radio frequency spectrum and autonomously recognize new or modified drone protocols in real time. Since commercial drone firmware is constantly changing, this AI adaptation eliminates the outdated need for a human to update static protocol libraries. The acquisition was driven by the desire to integrate Sentrycs' cyber takeover technology with Ondas' Iron Drone Radar. Sentrycs' tech, combined with this autonomous physical interception system, provides true layered defense architecture for counter-drone units. While this technology is becoming dominant, it still has its limitations. Let me explain. Since this strategy requires exploiting a vulnerability in the drone's protocol, if the adversarial drone has a highly proprietary or custom communication setup, the RF cyber takeover may be rendered ineffective. This unfortunately forces operators back to kinetic or jamming techniques as a last resort, which proves that this technological arms race is continuous. The war in the skies is now a digital one, and the evolution of counter-UAS for airports, critical infrastructure, and urban centers indicates that control must replace chaos. The future of drone protection includes hacking them into submission, ensuring that security is safe, surgical, and always one step ahead. Thanks for watching.